Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you? Today's video is going to be a super simple 10-minute makeup routine. I know I've shared with you guys several times like my everyday makeup routine, but I like to update you every couple of months because I do like to swap out a couple of products in my everyday makeup routine, and I have some new things that I have really been enjoying. I've been loving them for every day. This routine I like because it's super easy, it's lightweight, it's really fresh, it's airy, but it's really great coverage. And I also have a new lip product that I have been obsessed with. I found it a couple days ago and I already love it so much. And then also some new lashes from e.l.f. that I have been loving that are perfect for this look. So that is what we're gonna be doing today. I'm really comfy. I'm in like a cropped sweater from H&M that's a little oversized, but I'm cozy. And I just got my haircut this weekend, so we are rocking super short hair. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, don't forget to grab a snack, grab your makeup brushes, and let's go ahead and start getting ready together. I know that this is super repetitive, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go in with my Colourpop Precision Brow Pencil. So of course, I'm just gonna outline. At this point, I feel like I can honestly do this with my eyes closed because I do this every single time I do my brows. It's just what works for me. You know, I have a lot of favorite brow pencils though if you don't wanna order online. LA Girl has a really good one, Covergirl, Wet n Wild, Maybelline, there's like so many good ones, but I always go back to this one. I don't know what it is, I love it so much. So I actually just made an order this past week on Colourpop's website, and I ordered 4 or 5 of these, and I got a darker color. The color that I use is Beige Brunette. I believe I got the shade up from it just because my hair is a little bit darker, and yeah, I'm that obsessed. Of course, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Lock On Liner and Brow Cream in the shade Espresso. So good. I'm going to use my e.l.f. 203 brush just to fill in the rest of the hairs. My brows used to take so long, like legit, sometimes 20 minutes, but when I started doing them like this, like outlining and then filling them in, it takes less time. Now sometimes I do have bad brow days, but like typically I can do my brows in less than 5 minutes, which for me that's a big deal. So my brows never look good when I first fill them in. They always look good once I clean them up. Then I'm using my NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Medium 1 Custard. I think it is so satisfying looking at someone's products when they're like all dingy like this, because it just goes to show like obviously you use the product, but it feels so good to like go through products and like use them up. So I'm using a flat concealer brush. This one is from Luxie. Sometimes I'll use this one or my one from Alamar Cosmetics. They're both honestly the same thing. How crazy does this look? I know it looks like really cringy, but once you blend it out, it's all good. This brush right here is like everything that you need. It's legit a flawless concealer brush. Okay, brows are on. Now what I'm gonna do is just do a quick coat of mascara. I've been really obsessed with the Essence Lashes of the Day mascara. This is really nice, volumizing, lengthening. I really like this for the lower lashes, and I just do a quick little coat on my top lashes because I'm gonna use falsies anyway, but if you already have like really beautiful lashes, of course you don't have to do falsies, but for me, it's just so much easier to do false lashes versus doing like a million coats of mascara. Like I tell you guys all the time, I love falsies, and once you start applying them and you can do it really quickly, you don't go back. So it's kind of like a trap. So if you don't use falsies, maybe you shouldn't, because then your looks are never going to feel complete unless you have them on. So, and then I'm going to tightline my upper waterline. I'm just going to use a black liner. This one is from LA Girl. It's just traditional black eye pencil, and I just like to tightline my upper lash line just so that there's no gaps when you do your falsies. These are the lashes that I'm going to be using from e.l.f., the faux mink lashes in the style Drama Queen. It's crazy because these are a little bit different than like what I typically use for every single day. I usually use my Salon Perfect 614s or my Kiss number 01s. Those are like my 2 favorites. I'll insert them right here. They're amazing lashes. So I'm going to move on to the rest of my makeup in the meantime, just to speed it up. If I'm ever in a rush, that's usually what I do to really get this makeup look done in like 10-12 minutes or so. So whenever I set my lashes aside, I'll usually just put them right on top of the case. I'll let the glue dry for like a minute and a half or so, and then I'll just pop them on and move on to the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my skin. I'm going to use my Catrice Hydrating Prime and Care Spray. I love this. smells so good. It feels really refreshing. I feel like whenever I don't use primer water, my makeup will look a little bit heavier and a little cakey also around my nose throughout the day. So a lot of people always ask me like, what's the point of spraying that beforehand? And that is why. If your makeup ever just goes on really thick and it just looks super heavy throughout the day, try a primer water, because I'm telling you, it makes the biggest difference. Next up, to further prime the skin, I'm going to use my current favorite. If you guys have been following me on Instagram or you've watched any of my recent videos, you know that I've been using this a ton. I just bought a backup of it this past week because that's how obsessed I am. This past week has been like the week that I've been like stocking up on my favorites. So this is the Smashbox Photofinish Oil and Shine Control Primer. I cannot get enough of this. It's so, so good. This really does prolong your makeup. If you use this, there's going to be no oil peeking through on your face. You don't have to touch up throughout the day. I cannot say enough good things about it. It really is such a good primer. So I like to just apply this right on my T-zone. All right, it is time to pop these lashes on. See how pretty that is? Like, the lash band isn't totally invisible, but it's not too thick, so it makes it really easy to just pop these on. I love them. Look at how good they look like when you look down. They still look super natural, like nothing too dramatic. I think they're so pretty, and they don't like touch your eyebrows or anything, so they're not like excessively long. Like, obviously they're long lashes, but I feel like they're still very natural, especially if you have like bigger eyes like myself. I don't know, I'm just obsessed with them. And I have my glasses right here. Let's do a little glasses check to see if they're good with glasses. They hit the glass lens a little bit, but nothing crazy actually. So I feel like they could be good for glasses. Oh, that just hurt my eyes. I have contacts in, but I just wanted to show you guys. So they're not terrible if you do wear glasses. They're not excessively long and obnoxious. So check them out. Elf, it's where it's at. I personally haven't seen these in stores. That's why I got them online. They might have them though, depending on where you shop at, like Target or CVS, but they're so good. Definitely worth ordering online. You can just see how like soft and matte my face looks, but it's not like tight or anything. Like, I can still move my face and it feels very comfortable. So the Smashbox primer is a game changer. So for foundation now, I like to use a glowy foundation on an everyday basis because I don't want to put like a matte primer, a matte foundation, a matte concealer, a matte powder. Like, I like a little bit of a mix of like glowy and matte products, just because then I feel like my face just looks the prettiest. So, not try to toot my own horn, but you get me. So for every day, I have really been loving the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. It's exactly what it says. Like, it's so pretty, it's so glowy, and I have mine in the shade 240, and it's like a perfect match for me. So I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, and I'm just gonna apply some right on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to apply this pretty much everywhere. So I'm either using this or I'm using my NYX Born to Glow foundation. Either one, they're beautiful. I actually mixed them the other day and they look really good together as well. But the Fenty one for me is a little bit more long wearing than the NYX one. I mean, the NYX one's $10, so like that's still a really beautiful foundation, really great coverage as well. It's like, it's similar, but it's not like an exact dupe. But if you don't want to spend that much money on a foundation, that one is a really, really great one. Like, I'm loving it. But Fenty, I just love this foundation. I actually like this one more than the original because I feel like it's more appropriate for every single day. It's a lot more lightweight. I felt like though after a while I couldn't really use their original foundation for every day just because it was a little bit much. I really liked that one specifically for like going out because it looks so good in pictures. But for an everyday basis, if you're looking for something really pretty lightweight, you can just see like how good the coverage is, and this one is nice. And what's really good too is that, not saying that this is like appropriate for working out or something, but I have put it to the test like after a really sweaty workout, and this actually lasts through sweating and stuff. So if you're like in really hot weather, even though it is more of a hydrating foundation, it's still gonna last through sweating, and if you do get super oily, like, it's just a good foundation all around. And if you pair it with the Smashbox primer and the setting spray that I'm going to show you later, you're golden. For concealer, I'm still loving the Covergirl Undercover concealer. This one is in the shade Golden Natural. I like this one because it has a little bit of like a yellowy undertone. This is definitely a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like this is better just because it's a little bit more creamy. It's not as drying, and when it dries down, it doesn't dry down to like that soft matte finish. It's a little bit just more natural under the eyes. So it's just a great concealer. So I'm gonna do a little bit, well, that's a lot, but some under my eyes, and then I'm just gonna blend that out. And with the extra product that I have, I'm gonna apply some to my T-zone. Also, the CoverGirl concealer, I definitely recommend getting it at Walmart. It's like $8 at Walmart, and I feel like at Ulta, and I even saw it at CVS, it's like $11. So Walmart is the place to go with that concealer. I believe Target is also like $8. Now for powder, if you guys have been keeping up with me, you know that I've been using my Halyes Beauty Retouch Perfecting Loose Setting Powder. This is just like a translucent universal powder for everyone. If you have not tried it, you need to try it. I know that I've been raving about the collab one for forever. I still love that powder too, but ever since I started using this, I'm like, holy cow. Such a smooth, really beautiful powder. We're actually trying to plan like a really huge giveaway, so stay tuned for that. They're such a great brand, so definitely go show them some love because they are a smaller brand, but I love it. I love supporting like smaller upcoming brands. I just want everyone to use this powder because it truly is so smoothing. I feel like it has like this like veil to it. Like when you put it on your face, it is so pretty. And I think especially for my combo and oily skin people, you'll really enjoy it because it does keep like that soft matte look to your face. Also, like when you set your makeup, like it's just really nice. It's not a drying powder either. So it is $22 though, so it is much pricier than a lot of other powders, of course, from the drugstore. Even the collab powder, like I said, I still love the collab powder but that one is definitely great though for, you know, a more natural finish. It's really ideal for every day. I mean, so is this one, but just depends on your skin type, what you're looking for, of course, what you want to spend. The collab powder is actually currently on sale online. It's like $6, so if you don't want to spend a lot of money, I mean, I totally get you. Get that one because that one is great. I'm in the shade Porcelain Ivory. Still loving my e.l.f. Brow Wow Tinted Brow Mascara. This one is in the shade Black. Just to set the brows. If you do this, your brows are not going to move throughout the day. I used to never set my brows. I never thought that it made a difference, and then when I started, I was like, I've been missing out. Sometimes on my waterline, I'll do brown liner. Sometimes I'll do a nude. It really just depends on what I'm feeling. Today, I'm honestly kind of feeling brown. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Waterproof Gel Liner. This one's just in the shade Coffee. It's just a brown. Just going to do a quick line right on the waterline. And then of course I'm gonna coat those lower lashes, can never forget them. Now for bronzer, so you guys know I'm either using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep. This is clearly one of my favorite drugstore bronzers. I mean, clearly. I'm either using this or I'm using my Fenty Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Shady Biz. That's like such a great natural bronzer. I figured I would switch it up though because I've been using that literally in all my makeup tutorials. And this is another bronzer that I really do love. It's from Milani. It's the Silky Matte Bronzing Powder, and this one's in the shade 03. This is actually a dupe for the Marc Jacobs bronzer. I forget what it's called, the coconut bronzer or something. Literally, this is like the same exact color. It's so good. It's really silky on the cheeks, so I do really love this one. So I'm gonna use this just to add some color back to my face. I'm gonna use my Equate multi-purpose brush. This is a brush from Walmart that I love, and I'm just gonna use this just to add some color to my face. You see, it just gives you like the most perfect wash of color. It's kind of similar to the butter bronzer, like as far as the shade and like, you know, the actual like product itself and the blendability of it. But the butter bronzer, if you actually look at it, it's not a matte bronzer. I used to think that it was, but it has a little bit of like a sheen to it. This one is completely matte. So if you ever want to use it for contouring, it's great. And they have other darker and lighter colors as well. Super smooth, like silky formula. It's just like the name of it says, like silky matte bronzer. And then this step is optional. It really depends on how much time I have or if I'm feeling it or not. I'll usually just take some bronzer right in my crease. Typically it's the same bronzer that I'm using for the day. So today's Milani, usually it's the butter bronzer. And I'll just kind of run that right in there. So it looks like you got a little smoky eye going on, but in all reality, it's just bronzer. And the blending brush that I'm using is from JCat Beauty. And I'll apply some bronzer right to the sides of my nose a little bit, just so that the nose doesn't look so bare. Okay, then for me, the thing that really changes the most with my makeup routine is typically the lip color, the blush, and the highlight. Those are the things that I switch up. Everything else, typically in my makeup routine, it stays the same, but lately I've really been enjoying this BH Glowing in Grease palette. This is really cute. I really love BH's Blushing in Bali palette. That one's more of like a pinky tone blush palette. This one's more of a peachy tone. I really love colors like this pretty much all year just because they're so pretty. They go with everything. So I'm pretty much gonna just take the top row and just mix all of these shades. So you can see you get 3 blushes, 3 really beautiful highlighters. These are super great, pigmented, long wearing, just very buttery. I love BH. I never have any issues with them. They're such a great brand and they're super affordable. So I'm just going to take a duo fiber brush. This one is from, where's this from? Amazon. You see, just adds a little peachy pop of color to the cheeks. Palettes are great too for whenever you're in a rush because it's kind of just like one and done. You got everything you need in here. You could even use some of these like as eyeshadows as well, like this peachy color in here, and the crease would be really cute. So then for the highlight, I'm gonna take the shade Athens, also a little bit of Olympia. I'm gonna use my AB8 brush. If you want this to be a little bit more subtle, just do a little bit. If you want more of a intense glow, definitely build it up, or even like spray your brush. Really get that to pop. And I'm gonna do that same highlight color right in the inner corners of my eyes. I love doing this. It's like a gold, so pretty. And then also a little bit on the brow bone. I promise this look can be done really quickly, but you know, when I'm talking to you guys, I'm kind of just taking my time more, but when I'm doing this on my own, I'm like, one of the best lip liners I've ever used is from Alamar Cosmetics. This one's in the shade Dulce. It's like the most perfect brown nude lip liner that you can ever put on your lips. I'm telling you guys, you need it in your life. Look at that. Sometimes I will take this and just fill in my entire lips. So actually, that's what I'm gonna do today. I have a new favorite lip color. So this is from Ardell. It's their Vinyl Vixen Lip Lacquer. So this is the new one that I cannot put down. It's in the shade Soft Touch. Basically, this just feels like a very pigmented lip gloss. So, you see? Goes perfectly with the lip liner. It's pretty much like the same color as the lip liner, to be honest. Maybe like a smidge lighter. How perfect is this color for fall? Like it's like a nude, but it's almost like a brownie kind of nude. It's just perfect. Last and final thing I'm gonna do, which is like another superstar in this makeup routine. This is key. This is the Smashbox Photofinish Weightless Setting Spray. You guys, oh my goodness. This is transfer proof. It really is a lightweight setting spray. It makes your makeup last all day. Like this is really like the key to this. This is like life-proof setting spray. Not even kidding. Seriously, I just want to wear this makeup look for the rest of my life and be done. All right guys, so that completes this everyday makeup routine. Let me know what your go-to products are for a 10-minute look like this, whether it's tinted moisturizer, primer, setting spray. What are your go-tos? I would love to hear from you, and I'm sure everybody else would appreciate it as well. Thank you so much for all of your continued love and support, and for watching my videos and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in a few days in my next one. Bye.